Hey everybody, it's Sarah from TheStyleBlog. Welcome back. I'm so happy you've joined me today. This video I'm so excited for. I'm going to be reviewing and swatching this brand new Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, this palette speaks my language. I love nude natural palettes because let's face it, who wants to wear like a blue, purple, green, crazy eyeshadow like every single day to work, to school, etc. Not very many of us do that. It's fun to experiment and play with those colors every once in a while, but everyone needs a good nude eyeshadow palette, so when there's a new one out that looks promising, I have to try it. I know that you can order this currently online from Ulta.com and TooFaced.com. So this is $45, which I feel like is a good price for a prestige brand eyeshadow palette. There's 16 shades, there's mattes, there's shimmers and glitters. You have pretty much everything you can need for a nude look here. And I feel like this is pretty much on par with other prestige brands pricing. So I'm not really upset about the pricing. It's kind of an investment palette. If you know you're going to use this every single day, I feel like it's good to invest in a great eyeshadow palette. So this morning I looked online and it was available at my Ulta store, it said, but it wasn't available to order online and pick up in the store. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to go in the store and buy this. I got to the store, talked to two different associates. They both said, we don't have it yet. And I said, but it says that you have it online. That's frustrating. They said, sorry, come back on Sunday. So I said, okay. So then I was walking through the store. The manager comes up. She says, hey, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for this Too Faced Natural Nudes palette. Your other associate said it wasn't in stock, but online it said it was. She said, well, we have it. It's in boxes in the back, but I'm not allowed to sell it to you. I said, why does it say that you have it if you can't sell it to me? Take my money, please. I want the palette. She said, okay, let me call my prestige manager and see if we're actually allowed to sell it or if we have to keep it in the back. So I said, oh my gosh, Amber, you are amazing. Thank you so much. So she went back in the back. She was back there like 15 minutes. She finally comes back. I'm assuming that I'm not going to get to buy the palette. She comes back, hands me the palette and says, okay, sure, you can buy it. I said, hallelujah, thank you so much. So that's how this came to be. She said that they're going to put them out in all Ulta stores this Sunday, February 18th. So if you want them before then, I say go to the store and ask if you can buy one from their stock in the back. It probably helps to ask for a manager, but be very nice when asking them. Currently, they have it on the Sephora website, but it says out of stock, so I'm assuming they're not allowed to sell it yet, but I would just keep checking back if you prefer to buy it from Sephora. That should be available in the next week or two. So let's go over what is in this palette. Dun dun dun, it's so gorgeous. Okay, so as you can see, the big pans are the matte shades. There's 8 of those, and then the small pans are the shimmer glitter shades, and there's 8 of those as well. So we have some nice light shades here, some cooler browns, and then some warmer browns, which is honestly the perfect combination for an eyeshadow palette for me personally. And then I always love when these eyeshadow palettes come with an actual mirror, a good mirror, and then their mirror just says Too Faced at the top, which I think is kind of fun. So personally, I'm kind of done with all of the food eyeshadow palettes, especially when they smell like food, even if it's a dessert or like a fruit. I don't know, it kind of weirds me out putting that on my eyes. So I'm happy that this palette does not smell like food and is not named for a food. Okay, so let me show you how this palette comes. So here's the packaging. It looks pretty much just like the palette. And then here's the palette inside, and then it comes with this little booklet here. So I think this is kind of fun. This booklet says, hey, do you want this look? Here's how you create it. If you want this look, here's how you create it. And there's some darker tones in the back, which I appreciate as well. So guys, are you ready? Let's get down to the swatching. Dun, dun, dun. Okay guys, so I'm just going to work from lightest to darkest here. Also, another little fun detail I like is that it has the Too Faced logo here, and then it has the Born This Way logo down here. I don't know, I think that's a nice touch. So I'm going to go in the Swan here. Feels nice and silky. And then go in right here. So that matches my skin tone super well. It's very silky and pigmented and really smooth. And I put this on earlier today and actually blended out really well. So let's go to Glistening Snow down here. This is our shimmer. So this Glistening Snow right here looks super pretty. It's very, very shimmery and shiny. I actually use this as a highlight on my eyes today. And it's very, very smooth. It's not chunky at all. It reflects a little bit pink gold, which I really like. Let's go in with this third color, Seashell here. This is just a little bit of a pinky sort of nude color. So as you can see, the Seashell color leans a little bit more orangey pink. but it's still a very beautiful nude. I would say this one was just the slightest bit patchy, but really not bad. It's very silky and smooth. Let's go with this gorgeous shimmering pearl. It's kind of like a orangey peachy sort of gold. So can you all see this one is a little bit grittier, grainier. The glitter is a little bit thicker on this one. So this one has great coverage, beautiful, beautiful shine. It is just a little bit chunkier. I would say the glitter in it is a little bit thicker. But overall, really pretty and really soft and satiny feeling. Next, let's go in with this nude color. This looks like just a beautiful, perfect, sort of light brown nude. So I will say that that one is just a slight bit patchy as well. I feel like it goes on a lot darker than it looks in the pan, which I feel like is the case with a lot of these. So I put this on earlier today, and I feel like while it did go on a slight bit patchy, that I was able to blend it without tons of effort. Okay, next I'm going to Sparkling Sand, which is a nice cool pink. Almost leans a little bit purple here. Okay, so this one is very smooth. It's not gritty at all. It's more like the consistency of this first Glistening Snow. While this one was a little bit thicker, this one is very, very smooth, I feel like. It's a beautiful pinky bronze shimmer. It's gorgeous. Okay, so next let's go in with this gorgeous petal color. This just looks like the perfect light pink. Okay, so I feel like this is a sort of peachy pink. It looks a lot brighter and darker on my arm than it does in the palette, which I feel like is the case with most of these shades. I feel like it's really nice. So I wouldn't say it's completely patch free, but it's better than this nude color. Okay, next up is this rose gold. Again, it's sort of like a peachy pink. Looks really gorgeous in the pan. I'm really excited to put it on my arm. Alright, so I would say that this is a very nice medium toned pink. It has a little bit of a sort of brown bronze shimmer in it as well. Not as much as this Sparkling Sand. I feel like it goes with the other colors super well. So pretty and so shimmery. The sparkle in this one was actually pretty smooth as well. Next, let's go with this Warm Rose here. This just looks like a very warm, darker toned pink, which would be exactly what Warm Rose means. That one is very pigmented, very smooth, not patchy at all. It's gorgeous. Again, looks much darker on my arm than it did in the palette. Let's go next with Sparkling Rum. This one almost looks like a purpley burgundy sort of pink here. Guys, that is absolutely gorgeous. It's very, very smooth, not chunky at all. It's just like this beautiful, deep pink that sparkles back with a little bit of pinky purple gold. It is so gorgeous. I love it. Okay, next we're going with Maple. This is just a nice medium to dark brown. Guys, unfortunately, I feel like this is the most patchy so far. It's kind of just like a muddy, deep brown, leans a little bit orangey. Not a super fan of this shade. Next, I'm going to go in with this Golden Light, this sort of orangey brown. Yikes, I feel like I pressed really hard and it all kind of just splayed out, which didn't happen with the other ones. I feel like it's pretty chunky glitter on this one. Well, it goes on beautifully. This Golden Light is sort of a chunkier glitter, kind of like the shimmering pearl down here, so it's kind of textured. I feel like it looks really gorgeous though. These shimmer shades are so beautiful. I'm such a fan. Next, let's go in with this medium deep cocoa here. This just looks like a beautiful brown as well. Very pigmented, very blendable. I feel like this one's not really patchy at all. It's a great deep brown. Next up is Sugared Chestnut. This is a great deep brown. It almost looks like it has some silver shimmer in it, so I'm kind of curious to see it on my arm. Oh, gorgeous. So smooth. Not chunky in the slightest. So gorgeous. No silver shimmer. I was crazy. This one's not quite as sparkly, I don't think. It's just a nice shimmer instead of a glitter. It's very, very smooth, very blendable. Okay, we have two more, these two deep shades. So I'm gonna go in with this darkest brown here. Wow, so rich and so pigmented. It only looks patchy because I'm starting to go over my palm here, but it's actually not patchy at all. It's gorgeous. Wow, so beautiful, so pigmented. Insanely soft and satiny and pigmented and gorgeous. So the last one here is Sparkling Sable. Nice deep brown sparkle. It almost looks a little purpley in the pan. I wonder if it will look that way on my arm. Here we go. Sorry, I'm getting onto my palm here. Oh my goodness. So smooth and silky and deep and rich. It puts off a little bit of a bronze shimmer. Oh, it's gorgeous. Guys, look at all these shades. Wow. This is a beautiful palette. It kind of looks like I wrecked my palette, but it was all in the name of swatching. Let's check this out. Guys, so insanely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. This palette is so beautiful. I don't even have enough words for it. Okay, so a few thoughts on this palette. I do feel like these shades are much darker than they look in the pans. So you're really gonna have to work with these 4 or 5 shades here to get an everyday natural look. And then I feel like it's really easy to get a smoked out look with this palette because look at these deep shades. They're insanely gorgeous. So let's talk about these shades. I feel like all of the shimmer shades went on beautifully. They had great payoff, great blendability. So I will say that this Golden Light and Shimmering Pearl, these two were very, very thick glitters. They were very chunky and gritty, which if you don't like feeling that on your eyes, that could be a problem. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. They still blended out super well and were super smooth. They just have a lot more texture than the other shimmer shades. And then I do feel like there were a ton of great matte shades that blended out super well, had tons of pigment. I will say that the nude here and the maple here did not have the greatest blendability. They were a little bit patchy, the maple more than the nude. Those two being slightly patchy is not a deal breaker for me, and then these two being slightly gritty is not a deal breaker for me either. But oh my goodness, think of the looks you can create with this versatile palette. Oh my gosh. So guys, quick little story. I just ran downstairs because my battery ran out of juice and I got a new battery for my camera, and I flipped the laundry over from, you know, the washer to the dryer, and I accidentally rubbed it all over my arm and none of the shades moved at all. That is amazing. Yay, way to go, wear Too Faced. Guys, I was looking for a new nude palette and I think I've found the perfect one. I love this palette so much. The only negatives for me, those two shades didn't blend out super well. I do feel like it looks darker on your lids, so just play with the lighter shades if you want a lighter, more natural look, but you can definitely get that smoked out look with this palette, no problem. So you want to make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Hit that subscribe button right now if you're not already, because the next video coming at you is going to be a daytime and nighttime look with this palette. I'm going to take the first part of this palette and show you how to do a super neutral, natural daytime look for work, school, etc. And then I'm going to take the second half of this palette, the darker end, and give you a nice, sultry, sexy, night out, date night look. So stay tuned for that. You definitely don't want to miss it. Also, I took some pictures of these swatches outside in the direct sunlight and the indirect sunlight, and then with a flash, so I'll show you those as well. All the photos are up on my blog with explanations, etc. That link is down below. Guys, this is definitely my new favorite eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this every single day. You're probably going to have to pry it out of my hands to try a different palette because it is gorgeous. I hope that this review and swatch video was helpful for you. Stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to do more of a tutorial style where I'm going to put on a daytime and nighttime look. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you then. Bye.